Welcome to Tech Bytes in News, your daily roundup of articles featured in Hacker News. Today, we're diving headfirst into a fascinating report. Secondhand Bookshops in Britain, 2024 report. Get ready for some literary statistics, folks. Buckle up.
Ooh, exciting! I love a good data dive, especially when it involves books. So what's the big takeaway from this 2024 report? Did the world of secondhand bookshops crumble?
Well, not exactly crumble, more like a dynamic reshuffling. The report says around 90 secondhand bookshops closed in 2024. That sounds like a lot, right?
90. That's a significant number. Was it a total collapse of the market or something else?
But here's where it gets interesting. A lot of those closures were actually shops that had closed earlier but weren't reported until now. Think of it as a backlog of bookstore deaths. So, the actual yearly closure rate is probably closer to 60. Still a bit alarming, but not quite the apocalypse.
I see. So it's a bit of a data cleanup issue then, but 60 is still a lot. What were the reasons?
Mostly not what you'd expect. Redevelopment, lease expirations, relocations, retirement. Not exactly a mass exodus due to poor sales, though. 15 of those were charity bookshops, which might indicate some broader economic trends.
Interesting. So it wasn't purely a market failure then, but a combination of factors. What about new openings? Surely there's a silver lining in this cloud of closing bookshops, right?
Absolutely. The report highlights well over 100 new openings, far exceeding the closures. Many are charity or community bookshops, but there are also some independent booksellers bravely opening their doors. It's a changing landscape.
That's surprisingly positive. So the number of secondhand bookshops is actually increasing? That's fantastic news.
Yes, but with a caveat. The type of bookshop is changing. The classic, nostalgic, secondhand bookshop is becoming rarer, but the overall number is higher than in most of the 20th century. We're seeing a rise in hybrid shops, book cafes, bookshops within crafting centers, that sort of thing.
So the experience might be different, but the books are still there. I think that's a pretty good trade-off. It sounds like the hunt for secondhand books is becoming more of an adventure now.
Precisely. The author even mentions finding hundreds of books in a rural church, a supermarket foyer, and a village hall flea market. The thrill of the hunt is alive and well.
That's amazing. It sounds like a treasure hunt for bookworms. So what's the overall message here? Should we be worried about the future of secondhand bookshops?
Not necessarily worried, but maybe a little nostalgic. The classic bookshop experience might be harder to find, but the overall access to secondhand books is better than ever. It's just evolving, adapting to the times. And that's exciting, in its own way.
I see. It's an evolution, not an extinction. A fascinating shift, and a testament to the enduring love of books. Thanks for the summary.
You're very welcome. And that's all the time we have for today's Tech Bytes in News. Happy hunting for those literary treasures, everyone. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.